morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back, guys. I hope you're having a great day. Just want to ask, how are you? I hope you're well. If you're not, that's really sad, but I'll make it better for you. So just before I actually fully begin the video, I just wanted to say how I was watching a video and how there's a huge gap in the YouTube market, as they say, of there not being enough female creators. And one of the reasons why I just wanted to give this quick introduction before I get into the actual video is that there's so many different people in the world. There's around 7 billion people in the world, and they say 3.5 billion women are there. But if you think about it, in the YouTube community, think about how many big YouTubers there are, like KSI, Logan Paul, the Paulers in general, Alex Wasabi, Ryan, I don't know, but then compare it to the lovely ladies of YouTube like Liza Koshy, Lily Singh. Those are just from the top of my head, but many others. But if you really honestly think about it, there aren't enough female creators. And I'm saying, reaching out to you ladies out there, you guys need to, you don't need to make a YouTube channel, but you guys need to make your voices heard. Unfortunately, we live in a world that is being dominated by men, but not necessarily. This is a very controversial idea. I'm going to stray away from that. But society has changed, thankfully, and there are more equal rights and everything, and all the controversy around the big companies having huge pay gaps and everything. But humans are beautiful in every way, and gender-wise and characteristic-wise, even though that doesn't make really sense. We need to explore and learn from each other instead of hate each other so much. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have sat down and actually thought about it, but have you ever looked at someone and given them a dirty look from the way they look? Like, for example, they're quite messy dressed, or their hair's in a shape like a bird's nest, and that thought of people judging each other is reflecting society and how heavily you are judged. For example, if someone wears this watch, this kind of watch, a normal little plastic watch, this is one impression. Some may think it's a kid's toy, it's a kid's watch, and there's no actual worth in what you wear, and it kind of reflects you as a person for being cheap. But I do not agree with that at all. But people have told me this when I was younger, and I've spoken to my parents about this. But another impression of people's accessories is wearing a watch like this, a metallic or a coloured, nice, pretty watch that looks expensive and maybe, but that reflects the person as being quite cautious, but pays attention to little details. For me as a person, I adore people who have lovely watches and beautiful necklaces. I especially love lovely watches. But then people are also judged if they're wearing two watches, which is a bit strange, because I like a few years ago I absolutely loved wearing all of my watches on my hand, because it felt nice having different colours and different shapes on my wrists, and it kind of filled up all the empty space on the wrist, if you know what I mean. But then there are more people having a pocket watch. I don't know if anyone ever has a pocket watch, but I absolutely adore pocket watches, but you don't necessarily see them. People always assume the stereotypical Victorian gentleman having it in their pockets, or the nurse having a teeny one in their front pocket. But that's just one part of society. Another one of those accessories that I specifically look out for in society, especially during the season, is glasses. Now, there are millions and millions of combinations of colours and different shapes and frames, and they always say the frame of of sunglasses or general glasses shapes how your face looks. Like, if it looks very small, it makes your face look smaller. And then the bigger the actual lens is, the bigger your face shows. This is just things that people have taught. This is just things that I've been told from opticians and people who love wearing sunglasses. But at the same time, changing your sunglasses to the different colors of the sides to the actual color of the lens also changes the kind of person you are. For example, I always used to think that only boys or adult men could only wear sunglasses with reflective lenses, but I grew to adore sunglasses like that. But then there are some ladies who love these kind of glasses. Now they're still the same reflective kind. They're the pink rose gold reflective kind, but they've got these kind of nice frames that make them look girly. This is now the stereotypical thing that is placed on items. And if you're walking in the street looking like this, or looking like this, or looking like this, you are heavily judged, if you know what I mean. But all of these different things reflect how your character and your personality is shown. I love people who are very out there with their personality, and I kind of promote it, because if you're always going to be following the normalities in society, then there's no point. But let's just say someone was walking in the streets with sandals on, a big summer cap, but wearing winter clothing in a springtime. That would look quite strange, and people may necessarily judge or may not, but that's depending on the society around. But I'm not saying in any way that you need to dress a certain way, must dress a certain way, because I did say I want to promote being different, wearing crazy things, showing your personality, because if you don't show your personality, no one will take a second look at you in any part of the world, work, sociability, or anything like that. If you stand out, make a difference, and you show there's a slight uniqueness to you, people will come towards you more. If you're more funny, if you're more intellectual, if you're kind, if you're smart, if you're loving, if you're caring, things like that. If you look pretty, if you have a nice dress sense, things like that. These absolutely tiny details. Specific people in society, in the world, look out for these kinds of people. If you keep showing your personality through the things you love wearing, and through the things you like showing off to people. Not necessarily, I don't like necessarily saying showing off, but just genuinely showing what kind of person you are. And this leads very nicely into one of the reasons why I made this specific video. I want to promote different races, different genders, different cultures, because being diverse is what makes us all beautiful. And countries such as America, the UK, Europe, these countries are very diverse. They've got people from all over the world, all the continents, and this is what makes humanity beautiful. But at the same time, this can break humanity. As they say, what makes you can break you. This is very heavily applied, but just simply not judging people as much on what they wear, on what they think is pretty, on what they think is showing their true personality would make this world much better. Thank you. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that was really relatable and you could kind of link to what I was saying. If not, if anything didn't make sense, please comment down below any questions. I would absolutely adore if you guys actually left any comments, because they would show your appreciation. And as I said before, from shouting Inga out, and from now on, the first person who comments or says something nice and is memorable for me, I'll probably pop their page up here. And I think someone called Fentun Farouche, I'm sorry if I pronounce your name incorrectly, but he almost always comments on the videos, and I really want to thank you few who actually reach out to me and say and show you their support. But yeah, please leave a comment down below, like this if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe, because I do try to make these videos very relatable and caring, so you guys can link with me and understand and make your day better. But anyway, hope you're gonna have a great day, have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video. Fingers on my side. Girl, you look